Well, this is the first time they've ever been together. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Kyle here with Bus and Bethunes, not being Bethunes, with Bus and Bethunes. Welcome back, guys. It is good to be back. As you can tell, most of you know we're at our place in northern New Mexico. We got here last Thursday, so 5 or 6 days ago. Unfortunately, we're only here for a very short time. Uber has become my full-time source of income for the time being, and I can't really do that unless I'm in a large city. So jumping straight into it, we're headed to the Pacific Northwest. We're going to spend the majority of the summer up around the Seattle, Washington area. So we're pulling out of here. What is today? Today is Thursday. Don't know the date. Maybe the 8th, 9th, something like that. So we're leaving Wednesday, I believe the 13th. I'm sorry, Tuesday the 13th. So not many days left. Yeah, it's good to be back home. We just to kind of catch you guys up a little bit. We spent pretty much all winter in the desert. The last month and a half or so, we were in the Phoenix area, staying at a friend's campground. A lot to show you guys and catch you guys up. We actually went to Santa Fe yesterday and picked up a bit of lumber. Still plenty to do on the bus. I do plan to update you guys on all the bus stuff, but had to run to Santa Fe, and we've been getting rain basically nonstop since we've been here. You see the mountains are still snow covered. Yeah, we had 2 inches of snow here, I believe, Tuesday. So New Mexico, it's never boring here. It always surprising weather to deal with. But it was good to come back. I mean, the property held up good over the winter. Old Blue Betty over here. It was so good to see her. I've missed her greatly. Don't mind my huge freaking pile of trash over here. As soon as I unload the lumber there, I'm going to load up the trash here and haul it to the dump. Got the shed cleaned out when we got back. I know I don't really like it again. We've already messed it up again. We got all the totes unloaded. It's just been quite a bit going on, guys. It's I don't even know why I say it anymore. It's just been a hectic few months. But I'm glad to be back. Me and Jen talked about it. At what capacity we're back, it's just YouTube. We're not posting shorts. We're not doing Instagram. We have the Facebook page. We may post the videos on there when we post them. The plan for now is to post 1 video a week on Sundays. Try to make it a pretty long vlog, at least 30 minutes. That's just what we're doing right now. I don't know what the future holds for it, but I'm glad you're back. And we're glad to be back. We've missed you guys. We've missed the family. We've missed the people that's been there for over the years. I think I feel a sense of responsibility to share my life because there's a lot of struggle in the world right now. There's a lot of hurt in the world right now. And I feel like throwing some positivity on the internet, on YouTube especially, I think I feel a sense of responsibility with that. I've transformed my life. Jen has transformed her life over the last few years. And we want to continue to share that because I think that's a very needed thing in today's world. And we just want to live by example. We're not trying to say we know everything or we got it all figured out because as many of you know, that is definitely not the case. This will be very casual. We're just kind of going to film bus life and what's revolved around that. As a lot of you know, Jen started a channel pretty much right after I made that video for the last video on Being Bethunes. She's over at Genuinely Being and she's been crushing it. She's actually working her way through a full month of vlogs, a vlog a day in the month of May. So if you're interested in that sort of content, definitely go check her out over at Genuinely Being. She's doing a wonderful job. As for me, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be making videos. I'll probably be the primary camera holder for this channel, at least for the foreseeable future. Showing a lot of bus stuff. I got a lot of stuff I want to show you guys in this video, so I won't ramble too much longer. But just want you guys to know that we missed you. It's good to be back. Found some gold? Man, oh man. I may be backing this trailer up, so I need you to either go inside or steer very clear of the trailer. Gotta make room to put this lumber in there, the shed, because rain has been off and on. And I imagine that's gonna continue for our time here, so gotta spent a lot of money on lumber yesterday. I'll show you guys what I got here in a minute. I definitely need to keep it dry if I can. Yeah, my gate, it's not broken, but we couldn't get it to latch yesterday, so I ended up just pushing it forward and ratchet strapping it. That way, didn't want to deal with any of that. Because I mean, it's a hike. I mean, from the Home Depot to here was 99 miles. So I mean, it's quite a hike. That's one thing I have come to miss about Phoenix already, is we were staying literally right in Phoenix. So Home Depot was 5 minutes away. Walmart was 5 minutes away. Pretty much anything you could ever imagine was in a half an hour drive or less, you know. And the first platoon. Woo. So the drive back from Phoenix to here, it's quite eventful. If you want to check out Jen's channel, I think it came out a few days ago. She documented the drive back. So I go to merge on the 303 north to I-17. So basically we were taking I-17 up to Flagstaff, which puts you on I-40. That brings you all the way to Albuquerque. Hop on I-25 and then you're here. So as soon as I hop on the 303, my brake retarder alarm goes off. It's insanely loud. If you don't know what a brake retarder is, it's a transmission brake. So instead of an engine brake, it's a transmission brake. So it has a switch and then it has a intensity lever. So you have 5 different levels of intensity as far as stopping. I had barely even used it. So this light came on, stayed on the next, pretty much the entire drive. So I don't really know what's going on there. And my brakes just aren't feeling right. So we pull up, we get to Flagstaff. Very not my favorite drive ever, having very little stopping power, going from basically sea level up to 7,000 feet elevation. Not exactly an enjoyable time. So we go to Flagstaff and we get there and I go to a brake shop or a truck shop. They adjust the brakes. They said the pads look good, shoes look good, all that looks great. So they adjust them really good. It's marginally better. It's still not ideal. So that's kind of where I am right now. I do have an appointment in Denver the day after we leave this Tuesday, so on Wednesday, at a it came very highly recommended. It's a truck and bus shop. So they're gonna put it up on the lift, take the wheels off, check the brakes, try to figure out the brake retarder situation, because that is a game changer. I mean, I don't ever not want to have some sort of engine or transmission brake assist, because that was a game changer for me. So yeah, the bus, I'm still having to learn it. You know, it's been challenging having to, you know, I learned this bus behind me so well. It took me a couple of years, but after a couple of years, I knew every nut, bolt, sound, creak, all the little quirks to it. So, I mean, it's just, you know, we're having to work through some of that. You know, the bus, unfortunately, has been pretty much been sitting for the last year plus. One of the absolute worst things you can do for a bus, especially an older bus. So we're just having to kind of figure that out. I don't really want to go through the Rockies because I got to cross the Rockies to get over the Pacific Northwest with my brake situation. Crap. Man, I cannot catch my breath in this elevation. We were down in sea level for so long. The elevation's getting me again. We're at 7,200 feet here. So the truck shop, hopefully they can get something figured out. Highly recommend either a Jake brake. I wish I had a Jake brake, honestly. I've done some research, and that seems to be a very common issue with the brake retarder, is the overheating part of it. I may add one at some point, but for the time being, this is what I have. So I need to try to make it work, at least across the Rockies, because some of those mountain passes are pretty wild. Well, look who came over.
How goes it? Mommy. And Eli, we're here to help.
Well, did you miss them?
I did. I missed you guys very, very much. And I'm glad that this guy came around.
Oh, yeah?
I am, yeah.
All right, so as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, but rain is impending once again, and I do need to get this lumber off of this trailer into that shed so I can load up this crap into this trailer. I know that was quite the sequence, and yeah, I just felt my first raindrop. So should we wait it out, or do we think we can get it out?
I think we can.
I just felt my first raindrop.
Let's go. Everything is cool.
Are you okay with me putting it up here? Because I don't really know where else to put it right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Just kind of lean the plywood up there, and then I'll kind of run the other wood, just lay it on the floor. All right,
Daddy,
let's do it.
can I help?
I'm sure there's something you can help with. All right, so how did we get this thing in here? I kind of want to take the water and just or one way and push it over.
Probably this way. Are you pushing it now?
Just grab it, pull yours out, and we'll pick it up.
All right, you ready?
can we stack all these up? And then maybe grab these, stack these up.
Oh, I'm walking backwards.
Maybe I would say.
Shine down on it. Oh, there's water down here. You might want to move it down some.
Alright. So I got the wood unloaded. I have a piece of OSB here. I'm going to build me another table. I'm going to build a nicer table and keep it here while I'm working. This right here is golden plywood. This stuff is set $98 a sheet. 3/4 inch pre-finished plywood. That's what the majority of the walls in the bus are. So I got that. And I got a sheet of regular 3/4 inch back there. I got some 2x4s. Got some common board dimensional lumber. I'm going to be building some shelving. Quite an ambitious feat. It's just the weather has not cooperated. I mean, that's just the truth. I don't know if you can tell, but it's starting to rain again already. So I'm glad we got the wood off. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. Again, this elevation, because I mean, I spent 8 months here and I got pretty used to it. Went to Phoenix where you're virtually sea level. Why does this camera keep drifting? Yeah, new camera. Same type of camera, but we broke the other camera. So they warranted it a second time and we got another one. But anyway, yeah, we were in Phoenix for so long. And I guess when I got back here, I've been really struggling with the elevation. The weather's been very New Mexico weather. Their spring comes late, so they're getting a lot of their spring rain right now. I need to get some of this bus built out. I'll take you inside here in a minute and kind of show you what we want to get accomplished while we're here before we take off for the Pacific Northwest. So when I leave here, I'm not bringing any woodworking tools. This is pretty much what we're going to get done for a while. Probably till next winter, till we get down in Florida. So with that being said, I want to get as much done as I can. If the rain would somehow get in our favor, because I mean, like every time I come outside to work, it starts raining again. But next, I had to get this, get those tarps put away, get straps put up, get my boots out of the rain, and then I got to get this trash loaded up, get back, and then I'll drop my trailer. And I was going to attempt to build my table today, because I believe the weekend should hold some pretty decent weather. If I can get my table built, hopefully I can hit the ground running tomorrow, and tomorrow through Sunday, really knock out some building. Man, this weather is crazy. Like, I don't know, you can see it's raining again. Like, I'll go inside and it rains and it stops raining. I come out and do a little bit more, and it starts raining again. Got my trash pile loaded up. I took this old, some of you might remember the pool. So that thing is leaving. So I use that as my topper and strapped her down really good. So I'm gonna head off here in a minute and go dump this trash. In the meantime, I'm gonna take you in here and let Jen give you a little bit of the rundown on what we've gotten done since you guys were last here. You're gonna give them the 10-cent tour.
The 10-cent tour.
The updated of our never-ending project.
The bus project that never ends. Yes, I can absolutely do that. I'm going to wrap up my editing and I'll take them around.
All right, I'm going to go run the trash out and then I will return.
Love you. Be careful.
Too.
Hello, family. It has been a while since I have seen you. I miss you terribly. I am over here and I'm getting, for my channel, genuinely being this edited, but I want to show you what we've gotten done in the bus. Also, this is real life, and real life is messy at the moment. We still have a lot of stuff over here. We haven't built out any of this, and we need to put the backsplash up there, and I have no idea what I left you with. So we got wallpaper up, the cabinets got painted. What else has been going on? More wallpaper, got the kids' room painted. They have off of school today, and so they're kind of chilling. Eli's area, we are still working on getting this together. Got the kids' bunks. We have some wallpaper up over here.
Yeah, just do QW.
Molly's area is a little messy. I've got some stuff of my clothes over here. In the bathroom, we also have a mess, but we got the mirror in. We also got the vanity. We have this that we have storage, which has been really, really nice. The shower is finished right now. It's full of laundry, so you're getting a real life look at how the bus is doing right now. And our bedroom, Eli's been laying in here. We haven't really done much. We did add a projector, and we have a projector screen over here that we pull down at night, and Kyle and I can watch TV. It's still a work in progress for sure. We, little by little, we're getting tasks done. I mean, we have running water, we have the working shower, so things have gotten easier. Oh, the floor. I got the floor done. So this is the floor that we ended up putting in. We got it at Floor and Decor, and I am super, super pleased with it. It feels really good and very sturdy. It's held up so far nicely. And what is exceptionally nice is that it's not plywood anymore. So project by project, it's taken some time when you're trying to live in something and remodel it and raise a family and be a partner. And so yeah, it's coming along pretty darn good. These puppies get so excited. They get so excited. Look how toot. Look how toot. The puppies get so excited.
Always so exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed a little tour on the insides. I'm gonna. Why are you going over there? Show you guys a couple. Tell you a couple things that happened to us after the winter. Well, one really didn't involve winter, but basically when we left Quartzsite, we went to Phoenix. It started getting hot. Like we had a few days of like mid upper 90s, hundreds. And the bus was just not cooling. So I reached out to Craig. I don't know, Craig, if you watch this video, I really appreciate your help in getting me someone out. But we found a guy to come out, take a look at the mini split. He kind of specialized in mini splits. So he comes out and like he walks, you know, he's like, so let me just go check it out. As soon as he sees it, he's like, this thing is put in here backwards. So basically, the fan, which blows the heat, pushes the heat off of the, you know, away from the coils, was blowing into that wall, which you can see is right there. So basically it hadn't, the hot air had nowhere to go. And when it was getting like excruciatingly hot, the compressor would shut down because it just kept blowing heat at it, and then it just wasn't working. You know, it would just shut down. Like we had days in the bus where it was like 90 degrees. Like it was brutally hot. You know, these things get insanely hot. So I have no idea why the builder thought that was the correct way to do it. $1,600 later, he swapped it out for me. Regardless, it had to be done. You know, it was eventually going to ruin the unit, and not to mention us sitting in 100-degree weather with little to no air conditioning. Man, it's just, as I've worked on this bus, you know, since I've last been with you guys, a lot of stuff has come up, you know, the roof's leaking in certain areas. I really got screwed pretty heavily on this bus, you know, and I try not to dwell on it. You know, it's one of those things. There's nothing really I can do about it. You know, it's my fault. I didn't do my due diligence, you know, but at the end of the day, it's still my problem, and it's still a difficult one to have. So we got that done. The guy came out. He did a pretty good job. I thought it is what it is. You know, he kind of had me like, I don't have the ability to do that. So he swapped it around. He had to, extend some of the lines. And nonetheless, it works pretty good now. Yeah, I mean, we've had it in my 90s, and I think it frees you out. It's a 3-ton unit. There was no reason it wasn't cooling better than it was. So it made sense. It was backwards. And old Blue Betty's still here. I was debating what to do with this bus, and I hate for it to sit here. I do. But at the same time, I don't really want to sell it. I don't think it's not worth enough money really for me to, I don't know. I would rather keep it, in all honesty, at this point. Someday, maybe you guys could leave me a comment. Someday I would like to do something with it. I don't exactly know what that is yet. But this bus is very sentimental to me and Jen, and our entire family. We changed our lives in this bus. And we've been to some amazing places and had some pretty wild experiences in it. So I think for the time being, she's just going to sit right here. It's a free place for her to park. I do plan on trying to run it for half an hour or so before we leave. Because when we leave, I honestly don't know when we'll come back. We have no scheduled time to be back. So it could be 6 months, it could be a year. I don't know. But yeah, it's life keeps on ticking. It's been a struggle financially. We did sell the van. I don't know if Jen updated you on that, but I needed to update you on that. We sold the van to a lovely couple. They're musicians. They their van, like, they had major issues and they weren't going to be able to use it anymore. They've been touring in it for the last few years. They weren't going to go on tour this summer. They were looking for a van, and ours came up, and there's more to the story. Maybe I'll tell the whole story at some point, but we sold the van, which was a huge relief. Kind of freed up enough money to be able to put some money into this bus here to get it a little more livable, a little more manageable. So that's kind of what we're doing here. We made the run yesterday to Santa Fe to get lumber and whatnot. So we're gonna put a hard few days work into it and see what we can get done. It's mostly going to depend on the weather. Like right now, the sun's out, birds are chirping, but I mean, that could change literally at any moment. So we'll just have to see. All right. Let's just put it on this. Are you okay? All right, sit right here. Just lean up there. Yep. Thank you. I wanted this thing to be shorter, but I guess it's shorter than my other one, right?
I guess. Not as tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're doing great, baby. You are.
This one ought to be done.
I know.
Alright, so guys, I've learned as I've gotten older that working on the ground sucks. It really does. Even if just a little crappy table like this saved me a lot of energy over the course of a day. Hello? So I want to tell you guys about, we were going to leave last week. Was it last Monday, I believe? So we get the bus, we get it aired up, and we go to leave, pull it out so I can hook the Jeep up. And I get out, and the front end is sitting down. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. So this bus has air suspension, and the bus was sitting down like that. Usually once the parking brakes release, I would go out, do my inspection, and this would be sitting up at ride height, which is, you should be able to see underneath the bus and not, in the tire. Anyway, it should be higher than that. So I was, didn't know what to do. I really didn't know what to do. I wasn't comfortable climbing under there myself because this is air suspension. I've never dealt with that, and that's a good way to get yourself killed. And this thing was sitting completely flat. Anyway, long story short, I put it out there on Facebook, and I found a great guy in Phoenix. He works for a charter company. Been working on these things all of his life. He came out, was able to get it jacked up, and he, I called MCI, which is a good thing about this bus is that MCI is they have a 1-800 number that's open like 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. You can call as long as you're an owner of an MCI. And, they'll kind of help you troubleshoot it to a certain extent. They were like, yeah, it's probably the leveling valve on the front axle, and that's what, controls the ride height. I was like, well, crap, I can't get under there to even look. So, and I find this guy, Leo, he comes out, crawls under there, and God was a godsend. Oh my God, just worked out perfectly. He crawled under there. Leveling valve was fine, but there's a check valve connected to the leveling valve. That was, I think it had been doing it for a little while. That was just like freezing up, so it wasn't allowing air. It was just kind of inconsistent. So he took it apart, cleaned it up, because apparently it's an MCI specific part. I don't know if that's to be true or not, but yeah, crawled under there, took care of it. We were good to go. $250. Got off pretty easy there, but he gave me quite a bit of confidence to jack the bus up myself next time. I'm going to invest in a couple of heavy duty bottle jacks, possibly even an air one, and some good wood for blocking the bus up, because ultimately I've got to be able to do a lot of this work myself. I can't afford to go paying someone all the time to work on the bus. It's just not feasible. And like I said, Leo was extremely affordable, but that's rarely going to be the case. Like the shop I'm taking the bus to next week in Denver is $240 an hour. Yeah, like insane. Like freaking attorney prices. I get it. Buses are hard to work on. These are professionals. I get it. It is what it is. That's an area I don't want to mess around with. Braking, especially rolling through the Rockies, it's just not something I'm willing to mess with too much. So that's what we got going on now. I think I got you guys pretty caught up. I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad to be back. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm glad you're here. We're going to wade off into this thing again, putting out a video hopefully every Sunday. We'll go from there, see what happens. Anyways, guys, that's what I got for today. Appreciate you being here as always. And don't worry, guys, be back next week. Same place, same time. Well, not same place, same time. And we love you guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll talk soon.